This is a Touchstone Publishers presentation, your trusted source of leadership knowledge.
Hi everybody, hope everybody's doing great today and welcome to your webinar on the top three. Over the last few weeks we've been working on our top three and coming up with ways that we can be more effective. But why are we doing this? Well, let me give you a brief little shot here. Knowing what you should do is not enough. It's just not enough. Doing it is the key. However, writing it down gives you clarity, and as we all know, clarity equals power. Besides that, when you begin with the end in mind, life is better for you. You're way more productive. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. Some of you have been asking, well, why do I need to speak with my manager about this? I know my job. I see the job description. I know what I need to do. We ask you to speak with your manager so you can create a sense of synergy here. So you can have some synergy, so you're working together. It takes you 2 to 3, maybe 5 minutes at the most. So call your manager and say, hey, Julie, are we on track here? Andy, are we on track to what we need to get done? As soon as your top priority, is it different than what it was last week? Is it the same? Fantastic. Your new twist for this week is now your top 3 should include one of theirs. So your top 3 priorities should include how you're going to help your manager achieve one of their top priorities. That's part of your top 3. That's a new twist. So add that synergy in there. Why do you need to speak with your manager a little bit deeper though? Because once you understand their needs, you're going to have a lot more effective conversations and a lot more productivity. Habit number 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. But here's the real power of that. Once you really lock into their needs, you're going to find yourself free. You're going to have more opportunities, more ability to do things that you want to do. You will be free because you'll understand what they need to take place. You'll find yourself with more freedom, be more productive, to make more of a difference. Let's talk a little bit about balancing the top 3. Here's what you need to look at when you're balancing the top 3. Number 1, what's important and critical. Those items should always be in your top 3. What's important and what's critical. We're simply saying is that if you don't do this at the time that it's required, you're going to create severe harm to the company. Somebody's going to get hurt. You're going to have a client or a parent's going to take their child out of school. You're going to have something severely harmful to your company take place. You're not going to pay your vendors on time, and that could be disastrous for you. But severe and critical, severe harm to your company, to your organization. That's important and critical, and once again, all that goes on to your top 3. Number 2, what is important and not critical, so you need to get it done. It has severe repercussions on your company, but there's just no timelines on it right now. Okay? And then also what is not important and critical. So it's not really going to create severe harm, but there's a timeline to get it done. Those are the things that you're going to look to go on your top 3. You just look at those 2 things right there, 2.5, 3 things right there to see what's going to go on your top 3. What is not important and not critical, those probably should never be on your top 3. Those are things that you want to do that'll make your company work better, that you want to do that'll make you look better or make your team better. That's what those are, and so those probably should not be in your top 3 list. Might still be there, but probably should not be. Now we got to get a handle on our focus, our binoculars, what we have to see. See, the process of this, once you get good at it, should take you no more than 15 minutes on Monday morning. So we asked you to turn these in on Monday, and the hope was that you turn them in on Monday morning before you start your week so you have a clear look at how your week is to progress. You have a clear feeling. You have clarity. So this all should have really been turned in by 9 o'clock, 9:15 at the latest, every single Monday. As you're putting this together, though, take these 3 questions and keep them in mind. How do you want the week to end? What do you need to have accomplished? How do you want to feel? Those 3 questions, I want you to have those in your mind as you're putting together your top 3. How do you want the week to end? What do you need to have accomplished? And how do you want to feel at the end of the week? Always begin with the end in mind. By beginning with the end in mind, you know what happens? You can control the week. There was a few of you who didn't do this at all, who had statements like, I'm too busy to write this down. I know what I got to do anyway. You're missing the point. If you're ever saying you're too busy, because here's the truth, all of us are busy bees. All of us are busy bees. We're all busy. If you're saying you're too busy to plan your week out, what you're saying is that you are out of control. That you are out of control. You're allowing the moments, the minutes, the days, and the week control you. Please grab control of the week and please plan your day. We're all busy bees. Oh, I'm too busy to plan my week. Well, then you're out of control. Here's one thing though I want to just bring back to your attention real quick. The number 1 killer of your productivity. The number 1 killer of your productivity, as you know it, multitasking. That's your number 1 killer, and I got to get you away from that. So this is not Glenn saying this. This is not Stacy. This is not Betsy. This is not Renee. This is Harvard Business School saying this. Focusing on more than one thing decreases your productivity by 40%. When you focus on more than one item at a time, you're decreasing your productivity by 40%. Wouldn't it be great to get that 40% back? And stop trying to multitask. But here's the killer. When you're focusing on more than one thing, it can lower your IQ by 10 points. So if you're like me, can't afford to give away 1 point, let alone 10 points, focus on one thing. William James. There's his quote, but let me just summarize it for you. Concentration is your ability to withdraw your concentration or your attention from other things. Concentration is your ability to withdraw your focus on other things, other areas. Your phone ringing, your email. You want to be effective? Do this. So here's the last twist. Writing it down. You're going to write your 3 tasks down, but now I want you to put them in your calendar and schedule the times you're going to do it. Yes, I want you to schedule the times you're going to do this. So, for example, let's say I need to work on the audit coming up. So I'm going to put in my calendar. I'm going to say we're going to do the audit, and let's say we'll do it from on Monday from 12 to 2. Now, inside of this audit appointment that I set up, I'm going to write down the things I want to get accomplished during that 12 to 2 time period. I want to do this, I want to do that, do that, do this, do that. Okay, great. Well, if I do those days, then that put me on the next day where I still have just like an hour maybe to do it. So 1 to 2. Put audit and then put my little subtext right there. Then maybe instead, because I'm only going to use an hour there, maybe I can add the second one there after I finish this, or here. Or maybe here is just a day that I know I'm not going to be able to get to those because I have team meetings. But here I can add this back in. I want these on your calendar, I please, not in your task or your to-do items. These should go on your calendar. I want you to schedule time to hit each one of these top 3. Now here's the challenge for you. Stuff happens. So let's say I have this one scheduled from 10 to 12. Okay, we'll do this one from 10 to 12. At 9:45, one of my teachers comes in and says, hey, I have to meet with you at 10:15. Can I meet with you at 10:15? Okay, I'm going to move that appointment now from 10 to maybe 10:30, 11. I'm going to move that block of time so I can do that. Here's the power of this. Writing it down equals clarity. Put it into your calendar, into your schedules of activities where you can complete these top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, let me emphasize this to you. When this becomes habit, you're going to see Met Incorporated explode with productivity. You're going to see a whole lot less stress in the place. You can see a whole lot higher morale because you're going to be able to put your time and effort and energy to this. All right, you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Thank you for watching this presentation from Touchstone Publishers. Please subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when new episodes are published.